Okay, let's watch about Chinese peptides, bro. I actually want to learn about this. I really don't know much. Here's what I know going in. There's like these biohacking drugs out of China that are like, I guess, built on the same core principle that the GLP-1s are based off of, but it's like more advanced, and some of them can make you apparently focus more, or some of them can more aggressively lose weight, and apparently they're sweeping Silicon Valley. What's going on with Chinese peptides?
Put it inside me. That's what Silicon Valley is saying about something called peptides. These ostensibly magic drugs aren't exactly legal and are often sourced from unregulated factories in China, but that hasn't stopped them from exploding in popularity amongst in-the-know techies and corporate bigwigs.
That's the article I read. This is all I know, by the way. I read The Booming Business of Chinese Peptides back in December on Bloomberg. So that's where my knowledge on this comes from. I don't really remember anything else.
What even is this stuff? And is this all gonna end really bad? You might be familiar with glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1. Yeah. Drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy inject a version of GLP-1 into your body, which helps you lose weight. These shots are legal and have, quite frankly, been everywhere the last few years.
Yeah, every ad is GLP-1 or sports betting now.
Referring to stuff like GLP-1s, but also dozens of different experimental and off-label shots.
I'm on Retta, tesamorelin, and then NAD nasal.
IGF-1 LR3,
BBC 2500,
EPC 157, GLP-3, GHKCU,
GHK,
TB500, retatrutide,
Melanotan 1,
CJC,
EPC 157.
The world's becoming very cyberpunky, huh? This is like something you'd read in a sci-fi novel set in the future, where everybody's injecting themselves, transhumanism or something, where you're trying to evolve past your human body, biohacking maybe.
Since these shots are unregulated and understudied, not a ton is scientifically known about what peptides will do to your body. Yet peptide takers hope that stuff like BPC 157 will repair their muscles, GHKCU will reduce their wrinkles, dihexia will help them focus more.
The real thing is that none of these are approved, right? So none of them has been tested. There's no trial on how they do after a long period of time. So everyone's just kind of trusting. I feel like I could just put anything, put water in a little vial and then say, this is GXR1317 or saline, and say it like, this makes you run faster or something. And then you inject it and you just like, you feel like it's working. We have to do it for 2 months.
I wanted to go through the kind of like process that any consumer of this stuff would go through. Let me go through the sort of other channel that people are, engaging in with this stuff, which is what you're seeing more from your kind of teenage looks maxers. What I did was I went on Reddit, on the peptides Reddit channel, and I just...
This guy needs a public speaking peptide. Well, I'm not impressed. Like, this guy's on 15 different peptides, and I'm not impressed, dude. This is supposed to be
like,
the
hey,
super
incredible peptides. And some guy was like, cool, join my Discord. And there was a representative from a Chinese factory manufacturer in the Discord who would sort of handle all their orders and claim to be testing the samples, and it was all just sort of, she was just selling directly to these people. Sent her
how do you know
Bitcoin, and 2 weeks later, it showed up on my doorstep.
Buying
labeled, of course, for
Chinese peptides through Discord with Bitcoin, and you're injecting it in your body and you have no concern at all? What if they cut it with something? What if they cheap out? The supplier does not care about your health. And more importantly, they have no way of being punished.
Now, the vast majority of peptides that are being hawked on the talk are not federally regulated and have been listed by the FDA as maybe being...
Yeah, like, there's people who are both anti-vax and pro-peptide. Probably a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are like, I will not put that vax in my body. I don't know what's in it. And then they're on Discord like, well, I have to get this peptide. I have to buy it. Do you understand like how crazy that is? There's got to be a huge overlap between those groups of people.
It's also why many of the peptides that you'll see available for online purchase are listed as being for research purposes and come with vague 5-star reviews from unnamed sources.
Okay, wait, this is crazy because this just means there's a gigantic market for reselling Chinese peptides. Like, I could just find a Chinese supplier, knock together a website in one day with like a muscular person on it and be like, like, this is the elite version. And then I resell at a markup and it's like, this is the proven formula. I could drop ship peptides right now for money. I could do that with my f***ing channel. This is H-Rock approved peptides. These have gone through rigorous review. Bigger A, and it's what grows muscles. And I'll charge $150 for it, and the vial probably cost me $8, but the $150 gives it a credibility, gives it a certain swagger. It makes it seem like it's elite, so you can trust it.
One of those vials sold through the kind of more public-facing middlemen would probably cost like $200.
I drastically undersold. Okay. They're $1,000 for the bigger A peptides, okay? But they guaranteed will bulk you up quick, okay?
So peptides first showed up as a viral internet meme.
Zoomer Alcibiades, if you're not injecting gray market Chinese peptides, it's over for you.
Tori Pastore rhymes and is the founder of a marketing
That's right.
consultancy called Soup. Last year, she hosted a peptide-themed rave in San Francisco, which I would have attended had I not been preoccupied with...
They gentrified shooting up. They really did, bro. +2. I'd want to say, like, I'm not an expert on this. I don't know. I do read 2 healthcare investor Substacks, and they are experts. To my understanding, GLP-1s, at least so far, are kind of like 90% upside. Like they're good. As far as I can tell, like the health benefits you get from GLP-1s outweigh the risks. They're basically miracle drugs. Like I haven't seen any severe side effect. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert. But yeah, when you stop using them, I think the weight comes back. Like it's just a thing. So you're hooked on it for your life, basically. And they're expensive. That's the downside. But like chemically, I don't think there's a major problem. At least my understanding for now. Obviously, this stuff became massively huge in the past 2 years. So long-term effects have yet to be seen. I don't think they have multi-decade trials. However, that does not mean every peptide is thumbs up, right? The fact that one heavily tested one, I don't understand. They can't all be just injected and no problems.
First peptide shot. I had side effects that I would say 99% of people do not have, and it was still worth it to me. But for that first probably 2 or 3 months, I barely ate anything. Like I was throwing up every day. I pooped my pants twice in one weekend in public.
What the f? I can't imagine buying a Chinese plug peptide over Discord, getting it delivered, injecting it, and then you start pooping yourself and throwing up, being like, I better keep injecting this. I better keep going. This is going well. I'm gonna keep the cycle, and then endorsing it. That's crazy. Trust the process?
I did a round of copper peptides.
What's that?
Copper? Mm-hmm. Like what the penny's made of?
Yeah. It's really good for your hair and for your nails and your skin.
But you're not taking that anymore?
No, I did a month of that.
And why'd you stop?
There's such a thing as copper toxicity, and you don't want to do that full time.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm a square, dude. Maybe I'm a square, but I'm just so skeptical of this shit. This shit sounds like a recipe for disaster. People just desperate for, I guess, looks maxing TikTok style shit, and they're just injecting themselves with anything with zero expertise.
I used to get sick maybe like 4 or 5 times a year. I work hard. I don't sleep enough. I push my body. Now if I'm about to get sick, I inject Thymosin Alpha 1. And I don't get sick.
Dude, why don't you just sleep more? I do not believe that there's some magical peptide that prevents any downside from you overworking and not sleeping. There's no way. Or like the fact that a disease can be stopped by a peptide does not sound true. It sounds like complete snake oil salesman.
Peptides are going to be, I think, a $1 trillion category.
I mean, he's probably right. 100%. I mean, actually, they already are if you count GLP-1s. GLP-1s are like $1 trillion. Like they're massive. It's like the most profitable drug ever already. It's absurd. GLP-1s are insanely profitable, and they haven't even made the pill form. Once they make the pill form, it's gonna be, I mean, it's already like, I think 12% of Americans, it's like 12 to 18% of Americans. Oh, the pill form's out? Okay, my bad, I didn't know that. I knew it was coming, but not widely available yet then maybe. Because my understanding is that the pill form, like once that's gotten cleared, maybe you don't need a prescription for it or what it is or whatever, you can just get it, then they're gonna sell it everywhere. Everywhere. Over-the-counter pill form peptides is like the $1 trillion category.
I'd love to see any of these peptides proven to be beneficial. If we find something that helps patients and people, I'm all for it. There are no trials that are being done. It's just all done through word of mouth.
That's what I'm saying. That's because I understand that GLP-1s have worked for people, and I think that's cool. I'm not here to be like everybody who didn't do it the right way is a fuck. I'm not that guy. I don't care. I don't care. If it works for you, it works for you. What I'm saying is like for these other peptides, everybody in the chain has an incentive to hype it up and lie, right? There's no any idea that any of this work. Like it's just completely. It's like, yeah, it's like medical NFTs, dude. It's like everyone's pretending these NFTs are good and gonna be valuable, but it's worse because you have to inject it in your body. I just think every peptide should go through Fauci's house. I think he should get his hands on it and get to do whatever he wants with it. And then when he gives the approval, then it should be sent out. That's what I prefer. The next COVID, the next pandemic, the government should just call the vaccine a looks maxing peptide and everyone will take it. For the next, yeah. It's just not, it's just at the same time as the virus. Don't even pretend there's there's no vaccine. But there is a brand new miracle peptide that is supposed to make you lose weight and make your chin sharper. And it's cheap. Everyone will get that. They should have Fauci get out there and be like, I don't recommend taking the new peptide. And everyone will get it. We should have the opposite day our way to get people to take these vaccines. I'm actually kind of impressed people are doing that. Not in a good way, I guess, but I couldn't imagine just getting a vial at my door from a factory in China and being like, all right, and then I don't know. To me, that's wild. Like you have to just be like, F it. You just got to be totally desperate. All right, guys, next week I'm gonna be doing Atrioc peptide tier list. I'm gonna inject all of them at once and I'm gonna tell you how they impacted my life and made me feel. And then I'm gonna sell you some. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna call it a pep rally. I'll tell you what, I don't have an insane goal for the year health. My goal is to get to 175 and I'm at like 180, you know, like I need to lose 5 pounds in a year. But if I get to October and I haven't made any progress, I'm like 10 peptides in me. I'm gonna look crazy in November, bro. Or I'm gonna die because I'm gonna inject a Tide Pod or something.